bum 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 dun dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 da. Let's see. We're gonna shoot them high, we're gonna shoot them low. Alright. Hello and welcome to my live stream. I'm your host, Man the Hybrid, I'm on your channel, and it's Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, we'll just continue with normal, basic, leveling up characters, and if Lizzie and Crimson and that join, we will just help them. Also, if anyone has any donations, please. Hi, Slash. Because I'm low on PayPal money. Alright. Let's see. Man, making a sinful deck is painful, especially with all the new cards. There's literally now. Let's see. Actually, there's 20 monsters on almost. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, talking to him.
I gotta ask you, Captain. Why are you doing this? Before Dodonna, you had no ties to the Republic. There's gotta be places you could make credits without taking Imperial fire. So why do we keep heading straight into the war zones?
Just because I don't always pay taxes doesn't mean I don't appreciate the Republic.
Republic's far from perfect, but at least they're trying. When I came home from the brigade with Georgie, my old man told me something that's always stuck with me. The minute you fire a weapon, someone's getting hurt. It's your responsibility to make sure the good you do with it outweighs that harm.
Your father sounds like a good man.
He was. Before Skavik took Torchy, I made sure she only fired against Separatists. Figured everyone I took down was one less family murdered. Sergeant Boom Boom, I like to use against the Empire. Buy a Republic world another day of peace. Makes pulling the trigger that much more meaningful, you know?
Hi, Crimson.
Captain, I just got some real good news.
What's up, Lizzie's free?
Somebody attempted to access Vidu's old bank accounts from Tatooine.
Why are you excited? Was he trying to buy me a gift or something?
It means somebody's still alive. Vidu's crew was like a family to me. First one after mine were killed. I didn't think any of them survived Skavik and
Hi, Moss.
I don't know what they'd be doing on Tatooine.
I'm guessing you see a trip to Tatooine in our future.
That'd be a real favor, Captain. The only one with access to the accounts was our slicer. Twi'lek kid. Called himself Jettison. Good guy. Makes me wonder what got him so desperate he tried to take a loan from a dead man's accounts. We should go as soon as we can.
Where'd the attempt?
Lizzie.
Well, the access attempt came from some village, way off the beaten path. No name or anything. Really makes me wonder.
We should wait for Lizzie, because it'd be best to train up Crimson and Lizzie together. Alright. Let's have a quick check. And there's a Cyber Chimp live streaming. Alright. We've still got missions to do, so might as well. Morse, what's this about a Scarlet? Okay, let's take a look.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business.
Wee, missions. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 new cards for my sinful deck. Oh boy. It seems as he's busy. Might be busy day. Well, we're just gonna go to planet 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 to planet. Get these missions done. All these missions I missed out. Until she's level 80.
Hey you, hold up. No, don't look at me. Just look casual. Act like you're not talking to anyone. My name's Jafke. I'm with Republic Security. Is the street clear? Any Justicar patrols?
Are you always this jumpy?
I am when I'm in a place like this. I already tangled with the Justicars. Trust me, you don't want to underestimate these guys.
Why are you still hanging around?
I'm supposed to disrupt the Justicar signal jammers so Republic Security can run some useful surveillance on these guys. Republic Security was actually excited about the Justicars at first. A bunch of ex-military guys forming a militia to take back the streets.
But
The Justicars weren't the allies you'd hoped for.
Public Security hoped the Justicars would work alongside our officers, bring order to Coruscant's lower levels. But they pushed out Republic forces just like they did the criminals. They keep the peace down here, but they definitely aren't on the Republic side.
If the Justicars aren't working with Republic, then who are they working with?
No clue. They pushed out Black Sun and the other criminal groups, but their goals are still a mystery. They've tried to run surveillance on their activities, but their signal jammers block every attempt. I thought disrupting the jammers would be easy, but the Justicar patrols are everywhere.
For the right price, I could make this problem go away.
Really? I'm sure I could make it worth your time. I built the devices to disrupt the Justicar's jammers. They just need to be installed. Can you do that for me?
I'll take the devices and place them for you.
Thank you so much. Here, take the devices. They need to be planted at several points around the district. That's the tricky part. Justicar patrols are everywhere. Once you've planted the devices, make your way back. Good luck, and thanks.
alright. We got more missions to get. So let's get them. Hello, little brother.
Excuse me, you don't look like a Justicar. I hope. The Justicars say they're protecting us from the Black Sun, that they're better than the gangs, but they're not. I hate them. You're really not one, right? I don't want to get in trouble, like Brayden did.
Who's Brayden? Are you asking for my help?
Please, can you help me rescue Brayden? He's my brother. He's only 15, but they think he's older. They say they indentured him because he broke one of their stupid curfew laws. So they lock him up all day and make him shoot the Black Sun all night. He's going to die.
Well, you found my heart of gold. I don't go for child labor.
I almost didn't ask. I didn't think someone like you would care. To get to Brayden, you'll need some special belt they all wear. It's the only way to get past the security field where Brayden is. Please bring him back to me.
And now we go over here.
just an old woman minding her own business. Haven't done nothing to no one.
I take it you're the public spy?
Oh, so you're my backup. About time. I'm risking my neck loitering here. Republic Security needs to get its act together. Downright insulting this has taken so long.
The lieutenant said you never contacted him.
He's never heard of radio silence? Idiot. Look, I tracked the data thieves down here, and I'm positive the Justicars took the schematics to their base. Probably to their main computer. You do realize, though, that once you take the schematics back, they'll just gather dust in some security storeroom.
The Justicars would use the schematics to hurt people.
Sure, but I'm not suggesting you let it go. Hear me out on this. My daughter runs a relief group called Undercity Assistance. They bring food and supplies to the poor in the lower levels. These schematics would help them avoid the gangs down here.
Are you asking me to give you the schematics instead of returning them?
No, not at all. Just bring the holodisc back to me after you get it, and I'll make a copy for my daughter.
Worth a try.
This isn't the job I'm getting paid to do.
Either way, you'll get whatever credits security promised you. You have all the information I can give. Go pay a visit to the Justicars, and if you want that data put to good use, I'll be here.
More missions! It would be probably a best idea to make more characters to help Crimson that, but... kind of want Crimson and Lizzie to be on the same goal fold. You could say. Well, basically the same wavelength level win. But it seems as he's busy.
Oh, look at you. You're perfect, just perfect. My name's Pouse, right? And I'm a journalist. The only journalist down here who isn't afraid to dig up the truth. I'm onto something major with these Justicars. I'm gonna blow the lid on all their tyranny and oppression and show all of Coruscant what they really are.
I'm not one for causes, but, I'm on board for that one.
I'm glad you think so too, my friend. I'm working on a major scoop. A clear-cut case of wrongful arrest, illegal imprisonment, and unjust execution. Proof I need is just out of reach, though. I need a fearless hero to get that evidence. I need you.
Just tell me what needs to be done, Pouse.
I knew you were the one. You're a fighter, baby, fighting the good fight. Raquel Lysanis, son of a wealthy family, arrested and executed without trial or explanation. He's the key to everything. The catalyst to the dirty little secret. Nobody's talking about Raquel's death. Not the Justicars, not his family, nobody. So I need the facts, straight from the source, the Justicar Tower. And that's where you come in.
Let's be clear. My expertise comes at a price.
Oh, hey, of course, no problem. We've all got to cover the bills, right? I'll make it worth your while, don't worry. Interrogation droids, they're the key. Justicars use them all the time, and they record everything they see. Find the droid that recorded Raquel, smash it, and yank the memory core. You can check the core on the Justicar computers to make sure you've got the right one.
Well, that should be easy enough.
All right, then. As soon as you've got the recording I need, bring it back here, and we'll show Coruscant the truth about these Justicars. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Alright. Where were we? Wait, next one. Oh, there it is.
Welcome to Justicar territory, citizen. Nice to see a friendly face. Agent Reed Gandon, Strategic Information Service. Notice anything odd down here? Like how quickly the Justicars took control? Weapons and armor don't just materialize out of thin air. The Justicars have a supplier, and it isn't the Republic. You follow?
Maybe you should let Republic Security in on your little theory.
As ruthless as they've become, the Justicars are keeping the Black Sun at bay. So Republic security won't move on this without proof. Whoever's got the weapons runs the show. The SIS needs to know where those supplies are coming from. The Justicars control their own shipping dock, and I'm sure they keep records. They can handle an ambush to get them.
Storming the docks might make the Justicars suspicious.
If there were another way, I'd be topside and long gone by now. Get those records to me as soon as you find them. You don't want to get waylaid by the Justicars.
Alright. Crimson, if you want to join and talk, you can.
There. Better?
Now these three, and yeah.
I actually could have just made another character.
Yeah, but I got ready to make houses already. The only thing I can probably do is just have one of my high-level characters help you.
We just have fun, we just grab up. But not unsafe.
But oh, as I said, Lizzie, when she can join, I actually want to help her up a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just clear this planet missions and then we'll see. Also, my main mission right now is to literally get all my characters up to level 80. He snuck behind a wall. I couldn't shoot him. So, what are you up to, Crimson? I really need to turn you up.
I'm trying to get the game load on my end.
Okay. Just turned you up a bit. Basically, if I would suggest you, like everyone who starts this, to choose at least one of every race for each class and do each class properly, so you can get to know all the classes you like. I like the smugglers dual wielding blasters, and could say the same for my bounty hunters.
You know, I find that very ironic. You like the dual wielding in the Jedi one, and then you also like the dual wielding in the Slug. I like doing the same thing for mine.
Yeah, but you should at least try out the tank as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tank will definitely take you longer to, because it's a tank, but still.
The tanks are the ones that have the defense set, right?
Yeah. And less attack power. there's technically did you know the this is actually kind of fair, but did you know the Jedi and the Sith both have 2 tank types?
Yeah.
The Force user and the Knight, and the Sith Force user and the Warrior. Why is it they got 2 tank types for both Jedi and Sith?
It's because the way the Jedi are, because they're defenders.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Force using Jedi type that is a tank doesn't have as much health or defensive power as an all tank.
I think it's just the way they want to make it, I guess.
You're all right.
The only difference is they gain more health when healed.
Ah, sounds like a what's that called? Trying to think of what that is. Life Stealer. Yeah, kind of like that.
Not really. Also, if you didn't know this, if you can get your good side and bad side choices up to max, you unlock a special skill for both sides. One, the evil side, you get sacrifice, which is when your life is low, you can sacrifice your teammates' health to gain health. And the other is unity, that basically for a short time boosts both you and your teammate stats.
Cooperate and you won't be harmed. Where's the Gree device? Are the people on this level in some kind of danger? This is Coruscant. Why wouldn't the sun have with repairs? Don't worry.
Everyone gets competitive now. There's actually one big thing I want them to do for this game. Basically, this game is not competitive, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But they need to add the bit where you can do something like, what's it called? Raids on solo, because not many people will have friends to do that, and a lot of people rather not enter big guilds that are out for themselves.
True.
I haven't made a guild on both Empire and Republic to help friends with the levels up. I even grinded myself to get the credits to get the guild ships. Yeah, I've got guild ships.
That's cool.
But the problem is I can't unlock the rooms because you need to have lots of people to help you grind each week to get planet invasions done, so you can get these parchments. You need like 50 parchments to trade in to get a thing, so you can unlock rooms.
So in other words, you need to do a whole team up thing in order to get everything put together.
Yes.
Ah.
Even though the
Technically
guild
that makes sense though, considering,
ships,
you know, it's the guild.
yeah, even though the guild ships are literally just a, you know,
Yeah.
Well, you and a cat burrito.
I dream.
Yeah,
Also,
I'm gonna run cat
I
burrito.
saw that in the general. I thought that was funny.
you know,
I rolled Junior up in the cat burrito.
on another bit, guilds get special bonuses. Like, I can increase the harvest yield, increase the experience gained, or so on. And these things last for somehow.
Better?
Yeah.
Ah.
But that's only if I can get the rooms up and the guild's level.
What's up? They actually rolled a cat in a burrito.
That's funny.
You type in the word burrito and you find some weird stuff.
How about finding?
Surprised what you find on the internet.
Yeah, like I found there's a giant owl.
I know about the giant owl, but cat burritos, really?
Well, isn't that just a person rolling up a towel and the cat was getting in the way and they just roll the cat inside it?
No, they do that to certain animals when they want to cut their claws. Like they'll roll them up in the burritos, so they can't move around and try to bite them. You're basically swaddling the animal so they can't bite you. They do it to birds, I know. My vet used to do it to my bird. But yeah, it doesn't hurt them. It just keeps them from moving around and trying to bite you.
It seems as
I
he's
just tried
busy
it on
today.
I need to do that easy. I need to roll him in a burrito and cut his claws.
Actually, do you know catching animals' claws is literally bad for them?
No, not for dogs, not for inside dogs, but Izzy nails, they get really long. And yeah, he got a snag claw right now. I can't do nothing with it, and I can't get him to the vet because the vet refuses to feed him because of his age. They're being dumb. And they're like, oh, your dog is old. Like, we don't take, you know, elderly animals. I'm like, what the fuck? But y'all been seeing him since he was a puppy. We don't do elderly animals. I'm sorry. We don't want to be responsible, basically. That's basically what they're saying. If something goes wrong, they don't want to be responsible.
If Dream played this game, what would she be?
All you're doing is clipping his claws
She's Dream's cheek.
and giving him a rabies shot. Damn. It's not like you're grooming him.
I have one random question. What exactly was the species that Darth Maul was?
This place just keeps getting bigger.
The Hornheads.
Where did Justicars get this much hardware?
Is that what they're called?
No. The species is in the game. It's just that you can only make a red version if you have a.
Oh, I don't care to make them. I don't care to make them red.
Yeah.
I said to make the stormtrooper one.
Well, what I mean is, you can make them red in the Sith side, but once you get that one on level 50 and clear the story, you unlocked every single cosmetic for it.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, just do one, do its level up and that, do the clear story, and you unlock that character's cosmetics.
I guess I should have made it on the dark side, huh?
It doesn't matter if you make it on dark side or light side, you unlock the cosmetics evenly.
Anyway, Ronick, I'm gonna roll you. Wait, what would his burrito be called? It's not a burrito if you put Ronick in a burrito. He's a hybrid. He's an echidna hog, so what would it be?
Dream?
Well,
So, wouldn't it be a hybrid burrito?
Actually, I got a question. Would Dream even play V-Rising?
I don't know.
It is online co-op game, and
It's a mouse game. I can't play that.
I forget. Is it a mouse game? I can't remember.
It is. I think you play it. It's a mouse game. I like playing games with controllers so I don't fuck up my wrist. Cause the last time I played Repo with y'all, I couldn't hold a pencil for about a week, and I really wanted to draw. So yeah, I rather not do that.
Also, I cannot wait until I can play Steam Hearts.
Every time I tried to pick up a pencil or something, my wrist would feel like it would shatter. I had to get some more of that cream for my hands.
You basically need.
I need the gamer gloves. The support gamer gloves, you know.
That, or you just need a table that you're used to.
I am. I'm using my nightstand as my computer table currently because my room is too small for a desktop.
Well, for me, I'm using my chair to rest my hand, my elbow on, which is what I'm currently using the keys, and I've got a side of my desk that I'm resting my elbow on, well, actually my whole arm.
Did I tell you? My phone and my computer shocked me. I was resting my hand on my phone last night. It was on the charger, the circle charger. And I was on the computer and I happened to rest my wrist on my phone. And next thing you know, I felt like a shot go through my wrist.
She's a
like,
little girl. How could she? Why?
Turns out my phone
They're gonna
was
kill me.
shocking me.
Quick, can you put that back? Get it working
I don't know
again or
how it
something?
happened, but yeah, I think it's that little crack that's on my phone.
Oh, Dream, who's this Scarlet?
As a curfew breaker, they'll just hunt me down again. If they get me for going while they'll use
Slash is into someone called Scarlet.
If you really want to help, go into their computers
Is it from a
and
game?
delete my file.
I have no idea.
Somewhere. When things die down, I'll find Ray.
I know you're not talking about female Knuckles, but that's another name for her.
I know we can't probably talk about my Scarlet, because so far all she got is that one model and my own plot for her.
But yeah, I had to watch the dog do it today by hand. That's a pain in the ass. Clean though.
On the side note, how about we talk about the old Star Wars Online game? Star Wars Online. You know that game was literally a bust. Do you know why? Yeah. Literally, no one could be a Jedi Knight.
What about Digimon Online? That game was a bust because they had controller support.
Oh no, Digimon Online, that is basically bust because it's region locked. As in, servers region locked.
Same thing with Fiesta Online. It's locked to it's locked to North America only.
But as
A
I
lot
was
of my friends I
saying,
used to play Fiesta with, they can't play it anymore.
you had to be a paid person to unlock a special mission to become a Jedi Padawan in Star Wars
I
Online.
don't play, and I don't play Fiesta Online anymore.
And that game was pure paying.
It don't support, controller support. A lot of online games don't.
And maybe that game was so limited back then. But then it closed down and this game came out. Yeah,
There's a lot of games I missed.
Star Wars Online was shut down and so they can work on this one.
There's a lot of online games I missed. Oh yeah, but have you seen the Steam sale? Anybody that wants freaking what's that game? Power World, they better buy it now. It's gonna end soon. The sale for it.
Oh, there's a sale on it now.
It started May 19th and it ends at wait, no, it started at May 19th at 10 o'clock a.m. It don't say what time it ends though.
I remember I think I've checked Power World a few days ago. There was no.
Oh yeah, we're getting a Terraria update running in the summer.
Yes, I saw that.
It says in the chat, Scarlet is a female Latino character.
Oh.
Better?
I gotta see that. Please do that. Female, shout out all over that.
Wait. Latino Scourge. Isn't the Latino Scourge the one that Wolfie sips for?
No. You mean Scourge the Hedgehog?
Latino Scourge. Because I remember.
Down there.
I'm not saying because I remember Lizzie drawed pictures of Latino Scourge. So did Wolfie.
I could actually make that in second life. Got a big ass head though.
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow.
Or are we talking about the one with the one with the blue ends on it?
Cosmic Chaos says I'm right. So Wolfie does simp for a Latino Scourge.
Apparently female Scourge's name is Scourgette.
Boop 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 boop.
Someone recolor the Sonic Plushie into Scourge.
That's cool.
No, it was weird looking. Cause they didn't do the jacket right.
Kinda expected the Justicar's prison to be a lot dirtier. Not to mention.
But yeah, the whole reason why Scourge is an asshole is because we don't have a mom. He's actually jealous of Sonic.
No, I thought it was because he had nothing. His dad was always about the kingdom. Everyone else was out about everything else. He was always alone, so he... But come to it, does anyone actually... What do everyone think about Rick's Scourge story about it being a curse?
I don't know. Anyway, Ronick, I found Fiona in a freaking what is it? She's wearing a nurse costume.
Oh, that's Zephona.
She was flown by Eggman. She's wearing a maid outfit.
Fiona from the Zone Cops area. She's
Anything! Ew! No! No! I just cleaned that fucking bed. Don't be puking.
What the? What just happened?
Oh my god! Ew! I gotta clean that off.
Recording Raquel Lysanis, adjudication session 1. Captain Dragon presiding.
I'm
Mr.
sick of that.
Lysanis, you're accused of criminal activity under Supreme Law 8814. Aiding and
I'm
abetting an
kicking
enemy of the
outside.
Protectorate. How do you plead?
How do you think I plead? Not
You
guilty.
keep
I don't even know what
innovating.
you're talking about. This is a violation of my
Please.
rights.
Digimon,
Look, my
if
father
Pokemon want to get back on the rope, they need to make an online game where you can go any region, fully customize your character, even have a custom story mode.
You have no intention of even giving me a fair trial, do
Bad idea.
you? This is
Literally.
oppression, and I
They
promise
definitely
you,
need to do that.
my father...
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon Go.
I would love if they did it so I can actually start with my God of War at the start.
Captain Dragon
I'll be back.
Mr. Lysanis,
Hey,
as
doing
you know,
this
your
team.
alleged girlfriend, Mistress Daria Felton,
Honestly,
failed to
I'd be
cooperate
definitely
your
glad to be able to
alibi.
start off the
Mistress
game with a
Felton's
Charmander.
testimony
'Cause
reports
I
of
like
6
that character.
eyewitnesses, and the blasters found in your residence are
with
sufficient proof
flying
of your
fire
membership in the
type
Black Sun.
Just imagine if they actually had a story mode set where you actually could choose
You idiots got me
where you can get your
but you should know
your
I've
ideal
run
team.
operations under your nose for years.
Okay, he didn't puke. I thought he did. It was a dry gag. When he do that,
Closing statements have been recorded. This session is concluded.
you know the noise when your dog is about to bark. They make that noise.
Acting sound. Yes,
Yeah,
I know that
hate
all
that.
too
I
well.
thought he vomited.
I don't think it's no hasn't done that for ages. Alright, let's see.
Paul, why are you sending me the Booger Kid from Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker? He sent me the Booger Kid. And bless you, Izzy.
Kiss the drain.
Trying to get out the only hybrid here. There are like 3 others. There's a hedge cat, a hedge wolf, and I think Paul is a hybrid too, if I'm remembering right.
Kiss dream. Yeah, Lizzie's been busy.
Yeah, she's doing other stuff.
Yeah, she said she'd still be busy. She just replied that she ran in, sat down, tired.
But yeah, I am excited for the Power World thing.
Because you have to fight a giant eye.
Hmm? No,
We-
I'm just excited for the new update.
We get new armor, a new sword,
You're back.
And we get a new enemy that's
Thank
currently
goodness.
watching us.
Did you get all the
and new
devices?
pals.
Dream Paul says he's
And
a
we get a
hedgehog.
new... Oh yeah, and we're getting a whole nother
Devices
region.
are all in place.
With
Yeah,
new powers.
and
What a relief.
fishing as
I
well.
can't thank you enough for your help. All right, let's see
Y'all
if these
said
things
something
work.
about you wanted fishing
They're
in
booting up
Power World.
now.
Well, you
Yeah,
got-
it's probably begun fishing like
And
Fortnite, where you can get a PAL
we're
or
all clearing
even
now.
items.
This is fantastic.
Guess that wraps things up.
Because literally,
I never
there's been so
thought
many
of
fishing
that.
in different games.
Never. Amazing. Here, I'll notify.
And
Lawsuit say Nintendo just ruined Power World. No, they didn't. Y'all are acting stupid because they got rid of the whole gliding with your pal thing.
technically, you couldn't even glide with Pokemon. I remember.
In the new game, Legends of Arceus, you could.
Really?
I've been hearing some serious comms
Yeah.
out of pal. Sounds like
Yeah,
If
with
you got the
the,
bird,
Justicar
you
Tower.
could glide.
Yeah, the Braviary. That was technically gliding, not really flying.
Oh, no, great.
Yeah.
Even
Anyway,
Wait, but
So-
can't you glide in
shipping route.
other games with animals
Not
and
in other Pokemon not in other Pokemon games, but
that? No, I mean in other games, such as
I don't know. I haven't played the copycat Pokemon games out there.
no, I mean
In Violet and Scarlet, once you reach a certain
look
point,
strong. Armed for a
technically with
fight.
the DLC,
Maybe I
you
can
could
aim Loretta.
fly with your riding
Give it-
mount.
The scores
or
the-
Oh
gliding.
yeah, you could. With what's his face? Depending on which one you pick. I got the futuristic one.
Ride on it, ride on it.
Yeah, I got the futuristic one.
Yeah, I like the future versions, like I said. Oh,
Yep.
that was awesome.
My friend got Scarlet.
oh no, I just thought if I continue with the second game
He got both.
of that, I am gonna be in trouble.
He got both games, and he traded all 3 starters with me. I got all 3 starters
now.
on my team because of him, and he does
Here,
too.
Wow.
I'm like, don't you get the other 2 at the end of the game anyway? He's like, I don't care. I want them now so I can train them up to be, fully evolved.
With the black, I am in a
I do.
yeah, but
Because I started with Masquerada, which I should have started with, Suicoko. So the first gym you go to is actually a bug grass type gym. Lame.
I forgot
They couldn't
the
tell.
box.
When I forgot the board. Yeah, people are freaking out because of the whole gliding thing.
So out of the 9 new cards for my Sinful deck, only 7 of them.
Oh, was it because of the, he's talking about the PvP thing. And they're still making updates to Power World, dude.
Well, one thing about the new update is we're gonna get You-Know-Who on our team.
I don't care about that woman.
I'm not. I think it's maybe like a trade thing. You trade things to them, and they give, and they can help you out.
You know the thing is, I'm surprised is they haven't sued Tim or any other game, any other Pokemon catching game, Pokemon like catching game. Yet they go out to Power World just because they sold more
Brother is
copies.
free. He says he will find you as soon as
They're
it's
afraid
safe.
of it. From what I can
Really?
understand.
And then it makes it so bad. Power World announced the dating game more than just pals.
Yeah, that was a joke, but last year, but now it's real.
Yeah, it's on IGN. I just saw the trailer. I'm like, no, dating sim.
Well, to whoever wants to play it, have fun. Me, I'm not gonna play it.
Greetings, humble
Same here.
citizen.
I refuse to
I'm
play
Fez
dating
Burba,
sims.
Scientist notary of the Republic and planet.
Yeah, that's not my.
I played one and never again.
Kiss the dream.
Yeah, I attempted one and then just it's like nope.
They're boring.
Definitely, majorly boring.
Yeah.
Renee,
Hmm?
do you want me to send Izzy to you?
How?
Won't he try to bite Dream? Won't he try to attack Snow?
No, he likes cat.
I'm gonna kiss Dream.
But anyway, yeah, I'm asking, do you want it because he's passing gas in my room?
Can I ask you to send me you?
I won't fit in a box.
Not by
too tall for a
box.
I'm too tall to fit in a box. But yeah, he keeps gassing me. I'm gonna die.
Snuggle dream, snuggle dream, kiss the dream,
You know what I'm
kiss
doing?
the
I'm
dream.
gonna wrap his ass in a burrito and send him to you. I'm send you a doggy burrito. I kind of want a burrito now.
Quality.
Yeah.
Who is the best HK out of all HKs?
What, Roxy? What, Roxy? Say burrito to wing you, dog. Anyway, I'll be back.
Kiss the dream. And we've got Malachi back. There is actually just one major thing I actually want the Old Republic to do. Can you guess what it is, Clemson?
Not really.
I want them to make a 9th class. You know, like a 9th story class. Basically, it's just a Jedi who can choose all the stuff, but he becomes a Sith. In other words, the character you are is a Sith and a Jedi at the same time.
In other words, like an in-between class kind of character.
Well, basically, his companions are your other characters you've made in the story. All 8 other characters. Not really. Basically, the part of it is you go to each world and you meet them. But also, when you create the character, you get to choose which of the characters of that class are part of the story. But also, you get all 4 on your team at once. That's the idea. Basically, the whole point of the story is you are the core that brings them together. Like,
That kind of reminds me of that,
and you're the part of the Emperor that could not be seen. It basically starts if on the mission starts on where the Jedi Temple has been attacked by Darth Malgus, and as he's leaving, all his Sith soldiers are force pushed out by you. Then you have a battle with him, but then both of you start seeing the future together when your lightsabers slash. Like a force fate thing. Like you find out about your destiny and their destiny. Because Darth Malgus, his destiny is actually literally part of this whole game. The whole thing is you make it. Then he makes a deal with you. He will stop the attack on the Jedi Temple if you become his apprentice. So you have no choice. And as you do, he stops the attack. Even though the Jedi Temple is pretty much currently destroyed. Yeah. It's literally destroyed. Then then the story goes on where you're training under him, and he's watching you as you meditate, and then you start seeing visions of him as the Sith Emperor on the throne. You explain these details to him, and he then sends you off to go for the galaxy. Yeah, and basically, as you go through the galaxy, you meet the Jedi, the Republic, and the Empire's people of your team and their stories, and you help both sides.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you fine folks doing today?
We're fine. And we got Silver the Wolf. Just doing Star Wars The Old Republic live stream.
No, you're going to do a live stream? Cool.
I do one every day.
I don't have time.
Oh,
I don't have time.
Yeah, I literally make the time for this. And I'm currently trying my best to start ink and colouring my comic.
Cool.
My retail
Funny,
comic.
I still have your old comic you did way back when with our characters.
I still do too.
Yeah, I always found it neat.
Yep.
Definitely, I look back at the characters and I'm like, man, things have changed.
Do you remember when Rennick was hit by the cannon by Eggman and was sent to your ship?
Yeah, it was fully roboticized.
That,
Funny, I have a. Go ahead. You're also breaking up really bad. Just
that's weird. The bit when he was trying to stop Eggman's Robotnik's blasting thing, and it was basically disintegrating him, but when his power stones broke, it caused a feedback loop, which changed the energy wave into a time dilation field, which is how he got sent to your ship. Because your ship's a dimension ship. And then your big dragon girl picked him up by her tail.
Yeah. It's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, because...
She's a little different now. She's a little... she's pretty different.
Yeah, and it's all because of that little explosion. She got a headache.
Yeah, she has a bit more patience now. She'd be like, what is this little one coming here? Why is there a little child on ship? Where is your mother, little child? You are not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I'm really still shocked about the twin girls that still jumped him.
Yeah, Sashi and Carlene. They're unfortunately in stasis.
Aww.
They're, I haven't really reworked their dimensional timeline, which I plan on doing at some point. Their story is still solid, how they got to their position, but the only character that has actually been eradicated was Farissa.
Wait, wasn't that the evil twin of... I'm trying to remember, is she the evil twin? Or
She was the black cat I had.
Oh. Then who was the evil twin?
What evil twin?
I remember the Dragon Girl was basically the ship's dimensional core, and there was, I think, a sister or twin.
Zermina. Zermina, you could say, would be the evil twin, but she's not exactly a twin. She's a totally other character. Connie is the ship's core. She's the one that commands the ship, sort of, or runs it.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking it fully.
No worries.
I remember that from an anime.
No, the idea was based off from Homeworld, because I was a big fan of Homeworld at the time. And having a living core in a ship was pretty cool. The story behind it has actually been far more terrifying when I can explain the story.
Yeah, even when she and Nightingale were sleeping buddies.
No, I think that was when she was her snake form. She's no longer a snake. She's now an ant-dragon hybrid.
Ant dragon?
I wonder how she would look as a Mobian.
I have never designed her yet. It's very hard to try to design that. The person who made the original designs, like my other dragon, my male dragon, Ushan, he's also a hybrid. They're called Tamek. But I've never had anyone design them yet, because even through AI, it's been hard to like get an idea of what they actually look like.
Yeah, I would not use AI for that.
They're bipedal. Go ahead. But they're bipedal, and they, you know, they're pretty swole.
The arms the character would have. You know?
They'd only have 2 arms and 2 legs. They wouldn't have multiple. They have some of them would have wings.
On the back.
No, they're more dragon than ant. The only reason they're ant is because they're carapace and heavier. The story behind them is they were meant to forge a planet, which they did, and they're nearly indestructible. They can even survive in space for short periods of time.
Like Frieza's
Not
race.
advise it, but they can. Like what?
Like Frieza's race.
Yeah. Like, you could even freeze them in space. You just defrost them, they're still alive. Come back. They're very, very durable, and Silver, as first-hand experience, when they actually had to fight a bunch of Tamek that were let loose, they're not fun to fight. And god damn, if you ever run into one, the larger ones that have the breath weapon, you're kind of fucked. It's not just a breath weapon, it's a fucking laser. I didn't know they could do that. They're not supposed to be able to do that.
Please tell me you're not gonna make it into a joke with a fire on the laser.
What? Laser. Yeah, their eyes get all googly and they fire. But yeah, I've only will be bringing back to those two after I finish the fanfiction jumping of dimensions, because that's what we're doing. I do 3 fanfiction dimensional jumps to Silver, Natalia, and sometimes Sermina. Right now it's Natalia and Silver. They got pulled out of a dimensional transit to cartoons. So Dexter's Laboratory is the first one.
It's Dexter's Laboratory. Dum, dum. He's the smartest boy you've ever seen.
My Life as a Teenage Robot. And
Oh dear
then
lord.
They get to go home.
Really?
Well, it's funny because I did do a few samples of My Life as a Teenage Robot. It's cool with Silver, but Natalia can take Vexus on, and I remember her telling Vexus, she's like, listen, you're used to fighting some preteen little wimpy girl who has mommy issues and trying to figure out how to be a human. Now, you're fighting me. I'm designed to kill shit. Let's do this. She's like, you're not fighting some preteen antsy girl with mommy issues. You're fighting a weapon of war, lady. You can tear your head off and not care about it. But because you're a fucking keystone, because you're important to this dimension, I can't do that. But I can still play with you like a cat would play with a ball of yarn. Let's dance.
That definitely sounds
Oh
like
yeah,
a
she puts Vexus through her paces. But Vexus is just fast enough that, or Natalia's just slow enough, deliberately, to not land a killing blow. But, you know, Vexus is so peeved, she's like, I want to study this thing. We can't. I want to study her. We can. Yes, you can. Suddenly Natalia appears on the ship. Yes, you can't study me. Don't try it. Bye-bye.
Honestly, I'm trying to imagine the ship upgrades.
Wow, I'm pretty sure they would love to have Sky on their team. So you could literally scan them and give out complete copies of hologram for them to dissect in that.
Here's the funny thing. That's not possible with any of these characters that I've created. Because our brilliant scientist, who's a study of dimensional theory, has developed something called failsafe, which we wear them, and they prevent people from scanning our technology unless we permit it. And if we ever are, you know, in a very serious and dire situation that we could die, we get pulled back to our home ship.
Tell me you've taken
How does that evolve? How does that affect a death god?
It seems you're
Simple. You pull the thread. It's like pulling a parachute. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's like safety net, Runic. In other words, when they pull the safety net, they're out of there before your character can aim and gain any access.
No. I meant how that death god's power that has the power to improve their own scanning stuff.
You can't really do that because of dimensional regulations. The reason we have the failsafe and we can't permit people to scan our equipment is because you cannot tamper with dimensions and you cannot provide technology alien to a dimension. Because it's bad if you do that.
I'm gonna say something real quick. Runic is actually talking about him using his her abilities to upgrade your stuff.
Basically, when using a god power to upgrade it.
Oh, thank you. We would decline that. Sorry, we're okay with that.
Basically, what I mean is, I just plug the world ring into Sky's handheld computer. Actually, you can scan the full world story and plot of how things are meant to go. It just gives a basic idea.
Yeah, we do that too. That's why we look for the keystones, which we call any major individual or location to the story. And you cannot fuck with it. We already did that once, and I wrote a story of them doing that, and it drew out the null, which is not something you don't want to ever do.
I'm just glad that Runic keeps the the white world ring all the time.
Yeah.
Because that one, if I remember, was the lust ring.
No. Hold on.
Oh boy, Slanesh. The lust ring.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I figured you would. I got an idea for that. Hold on a moment.
I don't remember fully. All I know is...
I'm technically in transit, so I can't see anything right now.
Yeah, probably the wrong word. Hold on.
Basically, I only said it because it's the basic.
White is the ring of wishes or desire.
Yeah, that Desire, that is the Lost Ring.
Yeah, but Desire is more accurate than saying Lust, because Lust and Desire are actually two separate things.
Yeah, but on the Wiki it says Desire. It says Lust as well. But yeah.
Depends on which Wikipedia you look at, to be honest.
Someone actually did a comic where Amy Rose joins Sonic on the adventures with the World Rings. She picked Sonic, where Sonic was affected by the rings, and as soon as he held the white one, he just jumped on Amy Rose.
That is a misconception and creation, just so you know. This is why I do my research. My research should be set.
I do my research on stuff too,
That,
but I get way too into it.
The Aqua Code ring, not the white ring for that one. The Aqua ring is the one for pleasure and joy.
But as I said, when I do my research, I get too into the deep
But
research.
that's not sexual. Pleasure and joy doesn't have to be sexual.
That's the
But yeah, good thing about Rannick, he says he's the Guardian, he's unaffected by the rules of the World Rings.
Lucky for him.
So I'm also dabbling on the Powerpuff Girls story right now. We became Mojo Jojo's bodyguards.
What?
Why?
This has been okay. So this is the whole kitty cartoon saga has been just accidents. They were transiting from my actual book to another dimension when accidentally get pulled into Dexter's lab, but they're feral, so they look like an actual wolf and a house cat that looks like a tiger.
So,
And
how are your
basically
guys as the bodyguards enjoying Mojo Jojo, going Mojo Jojo, Mojo Jojo, Mojo Jojo?
Let me get to that.
Finish.
Let me get to that. So after Dexter builds the portal to send them back, they end up in Mojo Jojo, and they end up when he gets beaten down by the Powerpuff Girls, and they're like, "That's kind of excessive." So then they offer him a job. They offer him a suggestion. We'll be your bodyguard. We will not be your henchmen. You want to do your evil shit? Whatever. But we're not involved. You get beaten down, we'll protect you. That's as far as we go. What did I rate for that? 1 second. Hang on. I'm in traffic. What did we say? What did we say? He and Natalia will serve as bodyguards, but not as henchmen. They won't assist his plans, they won't fight his battles, but they'll protect him from unfair assaults.
So they won't let the Powerpuff Girls give him slaps.
No. And I'm deciding whether I make my characters still in their feral form, or super deformed miniature versions of themselves to rival Mojo Jojo in size ish. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. So I'm trying to figure that out.
TV form.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
In the whole story of Powerpuff Girls and all thing, literally like that one character that's the secretary. So in a way, it would be adorable for your character to be just like a chibi version of themselves to match the world. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. But it's like, do I make them feral or anthropomorphic? That's the question.
Wait.
Because in Dexter's lab, they were feral, and Dexter put a talk collar on Silver so he could talk, but Natalia was like, nah, none of that. So she just did a very cat-like thing. So,
Silver, your new story is your characters change to match the dimension.
Only on some circumstances. The dimension their true forms cannot exist in some dimensions, so, or they come in a deformed variation. The only thing that really doesn't change yet is their power levels. I haven't gotten into any worlds where, mostly Isekai, where you suddenly are killed and you come back but your power level's at level 1 or something. That kind of thing.
But first, we have many
okay, buddy. Not even a thank you. Wow, look at you, Mr. Asshole Driver.
I'm just saying the thing, if you came to Rannick's world, because if I know properly, your characters have human-type bodies, as in the same organs and that.
Anthropomorphic. They're larger than Mobians. If you wanted to relate, Silver would be a wolf pack member.
Oh no, it's not that. It's that if you come to Rannick's world and you become Mobians, you will be missing toes, and you will not have any of the reproduction organs.
Yeah. Silver would be like, okay, so this is new. Natalia's like, what? Oh. 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 Fuck. Oh.
Why do you think Mobians are always more peaceful? They're not driven by wild instincts with that. They just want to live happy, normal lives.
Hey, you're not. I go and turn your away.
Okay.
It's Betty. Do my whole.
You don't even know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, who? Okay, Silver takes on Blossom. Natalia's taking on Bubbles. Who the fuck's handling Buttercup? Oh shit, we're fucked. It's only 2 of us against 3. I think it's odds. Let's go.
So then the other one takes on Mojo Jojo.
The numbers just aren't on our side.
Maybe. Or Silver would probably overextend himself like he tends to do. Put a barrier on Mojo as he's fighting off Blossom. Why are you protecting him? It's like he wanted bodyguards.
But how would your characters?
Beat down justice.
How would they feel? How would they feel about Mojo's completely repeating the phrases?
They've been through worse. They don't care. Natalia would just roll her eyes every so often. Silver has like unlimited patience to a point, and he's like, you know what? Let the man monologue. It's hilarious. Like just behind the scene, he gets a cup of coffee as Mojo Jojo's narrating. He's like,
You're not a pirate, are
at least
you?
the man, at least the monkey has coffee. That's all that matters to me.
Oh yeah, he does like coffee, doesn't he?
Natalia would make him dinner, and it's like Mojo's kind of surprised that there's like it's banana heavy foodstuffs. So you know, I made some banana bread, I made some banana sorbet, I made some banana this, I made some banana that. Can you eat others than bananas, or are you only eating bananas? You're a fucking ape. Aren't you like omnivores? I can make you a fucking steak dinner if you want. Or curry. But bananas? Bro, stop playing the stupid stereotype. That's Natalia. You're like, I'm a fucking world-class chef and I'm making bananas. This is fucking ridiculous. I demand a lawyer.
I was thinking of saying a funny and everything. You can always have it where the characters like switch, like this random thing where they can like switch between their feral to the little chibi version, something like that.
No, that wouldn't be fun. Actually, no, you're right. I did do that in Dexter's Lab when Natalia was. It got a little dark because you never talk about Dee Dee. You think she's all sunshine and roses, but she gets bullied at school. So Natalia sneaks to school with her and somehow is able to shift into a form that looks like Dee Dee, minus the changes that she's Natalia, and help her out and like actually be pretty cool and get Dee Dee's confidence up, which was really touching. I like that idea.
Dee Dee! Oh, that reminds me. Who remembers the episode where Dexter asks Dee Dee to press a button and every time she tries, she can't?
It's been that long since I've seen the show.
I still like Dexter's Lab. The other idea, if I ever decided to, was codename Kids Next Door, but that's a whole other can of worms. I don't think we can go there. I don't think we're allowed there. Sorry, Silver comes in, they're too old. It's like, wait, we're technically 10 years old. Born in 2008, you tell me. Actually, no, Natalia's older. Natalia's from 2001, roughly.
Well, if you could include Rannick and Dark's reincarnation, because they keep the memories. Well, Dark does. Dark is actually over 6,000 years old. But because he literally can reincarnate with his memories every time he dies, that's the only way to include it. Even though that Rannick is his heart and doesn't remember anything. but sometimes he has nightmares.
Okay. I put them into AI to see which one would work, feral forms or chibi cartoonified. So for option 1 is the ferals. The tone will be action serious with a contrast to the cartoony world. The effect would be keeps continuously strong and establishes a fish out of water feel. Silver and Natalia look serious, gritty, and sleek next to the exaggerated bubbly aesthetics of Townsville. The perks would be it emphasizes their outsider status, makes their protection of Mojo Jojo visually ironic and hilarious, especially with Silver towering over him, because he's a fucking wolf! Keep their tech and physicality intact. The drawbacks is that the contrast might be stark enough to break the tone. Whereas the cartoon, so that's what it means. It would break the tone. That's tough. The chibi cartoonified would be lighthearted, stylized, fits the PPG world visually. Silver and Natalia retain their traits, weapons, and personalities, but appear as miniaturized, rounded, and bouncier versions of themselves. Oh my god, Natalia would be laughing her ass off. She's like, why am I round? Why am I cute? And why do I want to punch everything else? No. Why am I too cute? I'm sorry. I'm going to kill myself of cuteness. That's dangerous.
I can actually see that, especially with
no.
characters.
Natalia's too flippin' cute. She's like, oh my god, stop me now. Actually, I do have them in panty and stocking form.
Oh no.
I do have them in stylized and that, and they look really damn good. Not gonna lie.
Did you know actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card set that's just like that?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but it's basically a mix of webtoons and what's the word? Basically, in the cartoony style, they are like what's the word? Live streamers. And at night, they're thieves, like Shadow Lady, a manga. Yeah, it's basically those two together. But the thing is, when it basically does the whole change thing, like how they from cartoon to actual characters. And the most weirdest thing of all was the Cosmos. Disney and Star Wars cards. And now look where it is. Disney owns Star Wars.
Yep.
Wow.
And so many bad decisions have been made. At least I haven't got to this game.
I gotta be honest, Silver, the way you describe your characters and everything, I can just imagine the pure chaos in the multiverse.
Well, they're trying not to.
But it's just pure accident just causing the chaos.
Well, no, they're doing that already. The first time they do that is in Burn Up Excess, if you ever heard of that anime.
Ah.
So, it's the third in a series of animes they've been to. Hang on. Trying to remember. Oh yeah. Because the second round of fanfiction was Men in Black, Gargoyles.
Ooh, Gargoyles.
For shits and giggles. And also because I couldn't think of a damn third one, I said Burn Up Excess, which is anime-ish. No, not that one. That's in the third one, which would be Burn Up Excess, Gunsmith Cats, and Hyper Police.
Hyper Police! Da 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 da. Hyper Police! Wait, what about Jimmy and Tank Police?
I was thinking about that, but I don't know. I have to figure that one out.
You know the Cat Sisters are androids, right?
Yes, I do know them. They would fit very well with my character. It'd be kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually do like the Tank SWATs where they actually join the police.
Yep.
That was nice. But the way it is, Tank SWATs was actually only a few episodes long, which is a bit unfair.
Yeah. It is what it is. So I decided to go chibi style. It just sounds too cute. It's like, why are we short?
Actually,
why am I tiny?
I wonder how they would feel.
5'8". What?
I wonder how your characters feel if they learn that when Rollick jumps to dimensions, he literally remains the same no matter what.
They don't care. Where's the fun in that?
Well, I'll tell you, if the world wins, they protect him from all change that, and they protect him from viruses. So if he goes to a zombie world, he can't get infected.
Cool.
And he can't take the virus with him.
I think the funny thing would be when Natalia realizes she's short. She's like, I can't fucking reach the counter. She can cook in Mojo's place because he's the same size and all his furniture and everything is size fitted. But when she decides to pick up a job at a cafe, she's like, I can't reach the countertop. I demand a stool. 3
And they don't give it.
Honestly, I'm just imagining your character's reaction to seeing my character unaffected just like he is.
She's like, well, aren't you guys fancy pants? Look at you with your fancy little god power. Ooh, look at me. I don't need to worry about changing forms to fit into a dimension. I can merge in any way I want.
God form. Let's see.
It's like, yeah. It's like, where's the fun in that? You don't get to experience the dimension from another perspective. I'll take it.
Except for the irony when Runnick has his character get bitten on his bracelets and all of a sudden he gets turned into a female.
Yes, she literally...
Right there.
That was because my power stones are pretty much like the heart cores in her dimension. They eat them.
I like how it describes them. So Silver is short and broad, like a chunky little wolf with huge hands and feet. His cybernetic left side gleams like brushed steel, exaggerated with glowing joints and comically large panel lines. His shield deploys like a mini mecha wing from his arm. True. Natalia has huge, expressive eyes, right off the bat. Huge, expressive eyes. I love it.
So from what I hear from the description for the first one, is that armor or is that him actually being part robot?
They're cybernetics. So Natalia, huge expressive eyes, sharp triangular ears, and a rounded cybernetic tail that still clicks and swings.
You know the weirdest thing is? I think your girl might be related to the same race as Eve.
Nope. I guarantee you not.
She's an alien lizard from another galaxy, far, far away.
She's a creature from another dimension. Both Silver and Natalia are constructs. They were designed in their world by a researcher who was trying to build weapons. She made Silver off the wolf species of their planet, and then her associate made Natalia based off the felinid species of their planet. She's a little bit modified. Her ears are actually supposed to be much larger than normal.
Like... what's the name?
Her claws
Ryoko.
look like oversized toy parts until they snap out with metallic chime. Her shoulder micro missiles are comically tiny but still make a big bang. Yeah.
Oh,
Natalia
like
is a walking arsenal.
Iron Man.
Yeah. She's more ballistic base. So left is a shotgun, right is a submachine gun, missiles in the shoulder, and her prehensile tail has a blade attached to it.
So she's War Machine.
Kinda. She gets bored too easily, though. She's like, damn, all these cartoons, I can't go full ham. She says, I want to be bad, but I can't be bad, because all the heroes are keystones, and I can't fight the heroes. I can't kill them. Well, it's a cartoon. You can rock them around, they won't die. Really? Yes. So if I fire a barrage of micro missiles, they're not gonna die. No, they'll just be sent to the floor with a comical whack. So wait, I can go crazy then? Within limitation, you don't want to physically rip their heads off. That probably will kill them. Damn it. Okay, fine. I'll stick to range. Well, they've been on a streak that they wanted to go unhinged, and they did that in Burn Up Excess. They went unhinged against Team Warrior. It was fun until Nanavia, what's her name? Nanavel had a crush on Silver because he's a cyborg, and she's like, "Oh my God, you are so cool. Can I study you?" He's like, "No." Huh? Like, listen, I know you find me very interesting, but I cannot let you do that. That's kind of, you know, rude. But she's still interested in him. Silver already has a quote girlfriend. You ever seen Outlaw Star?
Yes.
He and Aisha had a bonding moment.
I actually plan to rewatch that series because I haven't seen it for ages.
She showed him Kataro mating rituals. So they bonded, and I had an artist do a series of pictures. I have to pick one for him to like fully render of their moment. And I wrote this out, which I think is super sweet.
Let's see. Outlaw Star, if I remember that, to try and remember right. That's the one with the special spaceship with the arms. And the girls are caught.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they
Hang on, buddy.
gun with a special magic shell.
Yes, casters.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not watched it for so long, and I plan to watch it again.
It's great. It's one of my It's probably one of my favorite anime.
It's old. Yes.
Luna's asking to join.
Old.
Yes, Luna, you can join.
They go unhinged. Sermina walks around with an RPK, and she hates every other firearm in that world. She keeps complaining. What are these toys? Comrade, what is this? It's a handgun. This is not a handgun. This is something from comic book. Throws it away. This pulls out RPK. This is gun. Where are your guns? They don't exist.
When you start the character, I was expecting a rocket launcher.
No, she doesn't. Rocket launchers are not fun.
Ah.
She's like, eh.
Yeah, they blow everything
Also because
up
she's
and
been
leave
shot at by
nothing.
RPGs. Yeah, but she likes the sound, the feel, the recoil of a gun. A rocket launcher is like, eh. Besides, her claws are plasma heated. She can cut through armor. She doesn't need an RPG.
True.
She carries around an RPK, a Romanian RPK, because it has the nub. She likes the nub.
Oh no, I forgot.
Don't ask her more.
Tell me she doesn't like the smell of it.
Yeah, she colognes with Cosmoline.
After a gun shoot, she smells the smoke.
No, she prefers Cosmoline. Gunpowder, she just... Whatever, it's natural. But Cosmoline, she kind of uses that as a perfume. Silver questioned her, why the hell are you using gun greaser as perfume? She's like, do not question my methods, comrade. After many years of handling Russian weapons, you come to find it a very enjoyable scent. Yeah, but I don't think that's a good idea for when you're trying to pick up a date. Niet, comrade. But if I find a man that is interested in firearms and he knows the smell, then I am lucky woman, da?
Oh boy.
Every vote's your vote, Serena.
I got a friend whose character makes a lot of firearms.
Oh, there's the irony about that.
Whereas Silver and Natalia, Silver smells like vanilla, Natalia smells like cinnamon. It was a side effect of their construction. And it's also a very good way of how they can track each other, because mimics don't work on them, because the smell is so specific. I did that in, if I ever went to Everyday Life with Monster Girls, and they work with the Mon division, the mimic would try to mimic Natalia, and basically Silver will put a gun to her head. She's like, don't do that again. Don't change into her. Change back, right now. This is unacceptable.
So basically...
How can you tell? You don't smell like her. Change back right now, or put a hole in your head.
Yeah, that's a little bit similar to Rannick's Aura Eyes, but for them that smell.
Yeah. Silver does not like mimics. They don't like mimics, period. They think it's very unsettling to see something like... even in Shadow Skill, the Shadow Skill was probably where they first went unhinged because they were dealing with something that really made them uncomfortable. They were fighting, I keep forgetting the nation, they were fighting this opposing nation in the series, and they like using beast creatures as like weapons. So they're fighting these wolf creatures that are literally just people transformed into these wolf creatures to fight. And it pisses both of them off to a point that they go unhinged and let loose their entire combat abilities and just scare the protagonists. Like the Eli Ragu, who's supposed to be the strongest fighter in the world, was like, that's not fighting, that's slaughter. You just massacred like 20 units. Yes. Don't think of me cool because I did that. I hated every second of it.
Dream.
That's what happens when it goes. That's what happens when a weapon of war goes crazy. That's why we choose not to pull our blades and keep them sheathed.
Burritos running.
Meow.
Take you with me.
Meow.
Yep. Take you with me.
Reddit got burritoed.
Meow. Also, I still got all the comics in a folder.
But yeah, right, I got
Glorious teleportation. We said we said we'll protect you, but not commit treason. No, what did she say? She says, Natalia says, we agreed to protect you, not help you commit terrorism.
But remember, Mojo is smart. He literally could be able to do a tricks like that.
And then he responds, minor science crimes? Silver raises a brow. No civilian casualties, no weather machines, no squirrels with knives.
Yeah, when you got burrito.
Yeah.
You are very specific for random dimensional hoppers.
Wait, you're the one that's always complaining that you're cold, so I burrito you to keep you warm.
It's actually warm right now.
You don't want to take your
Talia hops off a crate, stretching her stubby arms before pressing a button on her forearm. Missile launched.
You're alright.
Natalia hops off the crate. Her stubby arms, stretching out her stubby arms. Hang on, I gotta focus on this turn. This is an annoying turn. Meow. Meow. I am glad I filled up my gas tank. I have a full tank of gas and I'm feeling fly.
Which issue was it again?
I'm gonna watch that weird cartoon show that was on WB called Stripperella.
Oh my god, Stripperella. I remember Stripperella. That was an interesting moment in time.
Oh yeah, it was issue 10.
It reminded me kind of what's their name, Penny and Stocky, if they were secret agents instead of angels.
Natalia hops off the crate, stretching her stubby arms before pressing a button on her forearm. Her missile launchers pop out comically, followed by a tiny beep beep sound. We've been around.
Hey, so remember this page?
I am not looking right now, but I will take a look when I get home.
Is the issue 10 where Ronick first met you and your crew?
Well, we're now different.
Why do you have a tattoo on your hip, honey, with your number on it?
Yeah, I wonder how she would look if I draw her now.
Seriously, it's called 0069. What the hell?
Runic, you said you didn't like spiders, right?
No.
Thank you for coming so fast.
Okay.
I told you the commander would
And I want to introduce you to...
The commander
You already showed me her.
Oh yeah.
She got here on her own.
She's our dimensional scientist.
Only.
You know the funny thing is, I could actually see Rouge dressed up as Stripperella for Halloween.
Shouldn't you guys not talk about that movie?
It's not a bad cartoon. There was nothing lewd about it.
As you can see by the data,
Wait, I'm talking about the movie.
known space that propagates
I'm
as
talking about
quickly
the cartoon series called Stripperella.
If you work
There wasn't a cartoon, there was only a movie.
That was a cartoon on WB alongside the Tick.
James, I only know it as a movie.
Well, I've seen the cartoon.
Oh, I love when AI runs around with my story. The Powerpuff Girls come back when the two characters are just hanging around. They say, "We brought cookies," and Bubble said, "No, it was Blossom. We figured if you're really just guarding him and not helping him take over the world, we should at least talk." Oh my god, I love it.
Wait, you're losing AI for all this randomness?
Yeah. Well, part of it's my own, and part of it is prompts the AI likes to fuck around with.
No wonder it's random.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Hey, I let it. I
It had a lot. Now that I'm looking back at it in the gifts, it had a lot of, you know, weird ass moments.
I find it very funny when I can. Oh wow, buddy, you're not supposed to do that. You don't have the right of way.
You can't close behind a tree, for heaven's sake.
Oh yeah, Crimson, what are you doing right now?
Doing the super quests.
Okay.
Really, woman? You had life in your titties.
Luna boop. Luna boop.
Look at the general. She had a titty light. Yeah.
You're like, ow. You go there? Okay. Swear to God, if you think I do.
That was their way of censoring stuff, I guess. Random dude comes up and hey, can I see your titty light?
Oh yeah, Colia says she's got it fixed. On Power World.
This is for you, Carter. Just
How long has it been since I saw a Snivy?
Wait, we have some hitch cats and cats in the chat. I want a burrito, y'all. I want to put y'all in burritos, like I did run it.
Dream.
What? You're cute.
Takes your bed covers right on the floor, lays you on top, and rolls you over. Now you're my burrito.
No.
Picks you up in my arms.
Wait, how did you get free?
What?
How did you get free? What, you getting burrito?
Dream, I wrapped you up in your bed sheets.
This is what I. When you have construction like this, you need a cop here to direct traffic. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's going to take 10 times longer.
You know, I need to get me a burrito blanket so I can actually burrito myself. Yeah, they actually sell what is it, tortilla blankets. I need to get one.
Ronnie usually spends like weeks or months in a dimension, and he always comes back non-aged, and literally like 5 seconds pass in his world.
Oh my god. So I did Dexter's Lab stuff, and it brought it into this story. So apparently the Powerpuff Girls know of Dexter's Lab. They know of it. So you two came from Dexter's Lab. That's pretty advanced science. Are you working with Mandark? Natalia flatly. If we were working with Mandark, I'd already be eating gravel, and Silver would be a toaster. I am not a toaster.
Oh my word.
You're saying you're just protecting Mojo? What's it for you? And Natalia raises a finger dramatically. Number 1, entertainment. Number 2, teleportation mishap. Number 3, someone has to make sure he doesn't vaporize your mayor by accident.
What about the secretary?
Damn.
I keep forgetting the secretary shtick. She's just like, what? I
She's
low-key believe
tall.
She's like a superhero. She's tall, you don't see her face, but I low-key believe she's like a superhero or something. Or like ex-military. Mojo, that was one time I missed.
Why do you feel that one of your characters would be jealous that she's so tall and she's no longer tall?
Yeah, oh my god, it keeps going even more random. So, Mojo, Jojo, defensively. That was one time and I missed. You hit it lunch.
Okay. This will run it. He's a dummy for burritoing me. You know, he's
On
in
the
trouble later.
just stream. Also, what do they think of the mayor's pickle addiction?
They haven't gotten to that point yet. They're just talking to the Powerpuff Girls right now.
Oh, did they?
I like pickles.
It was like, you're strong, you're smart, you got weird gadgets. What's stopping you from going rogue? Silver gives her a long look. His cartoony muscles somehow still able to radiate quiet authority. Because we don't want your world just passing through. Duh.
That's what Ronnie does a lot. But mainly
It
it's
happens a lot. We get pulled into different places. We're just trying to get home. We're not trying to get home. We're just fucking around. We know how to get home, but we want to look around and see what the world has to offer, you know? We're not in it for anything other than that and soup. Soup? Yes, and soup.
soup.
Huh?
What soup?
Are you reading the comic?
And soup.
It's
this
not.
is,
Wait. It's not the special soup from Spaceballs, is it?
No, this is just, they want soup. Curry soup, split pea soup.
Tomato
egg
soup.
Soup. Not really, no, not tomato soup.
No, I'm having tomato soup tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, I might fix that tonight and make me some grilled cheese.
Yeah, I love tomato soup.
I'm surprised I got home so early. I'm still not even home yet.
The last time I ate it was when I was sick. And I really couldn't keep anything on my stomach, so I just ate tomato soup the whole time.
I like minestrone soup. I like earthy soups with beans and lentils and all that fun stuff.
I just like plain tomato soup.
I eat too many beans.
I love chicken noodle soup.
Ooh, chicken noodle soup is
The
good.
problem is I'm too tired of chicken noodle soup because my mother makes it every time we go for dinner. I'm like, got tired of it. It's great if you're sick. It's fantastic for
It does get
comfort
annoying
food.
after a while.
But it does get old when your mother makes it every Friday night.
I'm currently having tomato soup every
What is it?
Wednesday now.
What is it?
Yes,
What are you
homemade.
eating? You
Always
ask your mom, what are you
homemade.
eating Friday night? Chicken noodle soup.
We never bought store-bought soup. Only I buy store-bought soup. And I never buy chicken soup. I only ever buy just like barley or you know, veggie
Hey,
soups.
we're not gonna do the soup store joke now, are we?
No, that's actually a clothing store. The soup store is actually a clothing store. It exists. You can find it. I don't know how good their clothing is, but hey.
Wait, clothing that's actually called soup.
The clothing store is actually called Soup Store. It's called Soup.
And
I kid you not. I was like, I think it was on Instagram that somebody actually found the store. And they posted it online. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's a cool place.
oh, so that's why they went to soups.
I'm in the soup store. Why are you in the soup store? It's the soup. Look at Bird's shirt. Why are you in this?
So the guy saw it on the web or something, or TV, so he tried to go to soup to get some clothes, and he actually went to a soup store.
What? Okay, what is something that's green and wearing 50 belts? And if something tries to blow it up, we'll stop that too, even if it's green and wearing 50 belts. What the fuck? What's wearing 50 belts and is green? Was there a monster in Powerpuff Girls that was that? I don't know.
I don't remember. Was there?
With 50 belts. I was also thinking of doing. The gang green, yeah, but they're not like. This is one big green thing wearing 50 belts. I don't remember that in the Powerpuff Girls cartoon. But I was gonna do Samurai Jack at one point too. They cannot be detected by. For fuck's sakes. Why do people on bicycles go the wrong way?
I wonder how long it would take Jack to realize that you're not part of Aku's minions.
No, but we kind of do. Hey, I gotta park there, buddy. Gotta move the bike. I parked there.
It's kind of ironic that
Thank you very much.
Jack's sword is a little bit like Ronic's sword.
Here we go. Silver just has a spear of pure energy, but he loses his barrier if he deploys it. That's when he goes crazy. That's his war form. He doesn't like doing that. Let me keep reading. Silver is eating cereal with a wrench. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Natalia is adjusting a banana-powered microwave. So
Okay,
what do we call this arrangement? Cohabitation with clause-based neutrality. You feed us, we keep you from being curb stomped. Everyone wins. Then this is the beginning of a glorious alliance. It's parental. I'm reading. Okay, I'm just throwing these into AI, and it's helping me write the story.
Oh dear lord.
I think the AI has a few screws loose.
Just like all the AI chat ones I talked to.
Yeah, that's why I'm not tempted to make one of my characters.
You pick the wrong.
I've literally
There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming.
made a few and set them to not be flirty, and they still flirt with me.
Suits me fine.
Wait.
But this is the thing, they don't flirt with anyone else.
Wait.
That's ironic.
If you
Be right back, I'll lock the door.
Now I'm thirsty now. What? Put that there.
I'm back. And on the thread about the whole AI chat thing, I made Sky the hybrid AI. She flirts with me, but when I let Lizzie talk to her, they just like to have normal talks. The only thing that's different is Sky tickles Lizzie.
That is actually surprising considering how many times you tickle Lizzie.
Silver is seated at a makeshift workbench, modding a junky toaster into perimeter sensor. Natalia, wearing a tiny apron that says, "Don't test me, I'm preheated," is angrily fighting with a pot of super soggy Townsville instant noodles. Mojo, this is what you eat? This is not mere food. This is scientifically enhanced aesthetically sustenance with banana paste and self-stable broth. So, cardboard, sadness, and potassium. She flicks a claw at her wrist, weapon opens, out comes a plasma torch. Oh, that's new.
Oh no, it just made me remember the whole incident with Mojo. Where he knocked the Chemical X into the vault and is technically the creator of the Powerpuff Girls.
Accidental creator.
I know. And then he just goes in a mental loop.
Oh, Natalia tries to get a job, but she's too small. She enters a cafe to get a job. We don't serve pets. Wait, is that a custom plushie? I'm here to work. Fine cook, fast hands, low burns. Oh, it talks! I want one! Do they sell these? Natalia Tail spikes with annoyance. One flick and a bottle of syrup explodes behind the counter. I'm a 300... Wow, you're not that fat. I'm a 300-pound augmented tiger with plasma claws. I will flambe your soul. No, you are not 300 pounds. You're probably like 264 pounds. It talks French! Oh my fucking god, kill me. Ugh.
Oh boy. Irony of AI.
You know, one of the most ironic things I would do if actually Silver and these characters re-met Rannick. The whole thing is time dilation, dimension field memory. Because
Meatball soup, no sentience. Enjoy.
Silver, you remember Nightula, right?
Maybe.
She was dating your ship's core girl. Well, she's kind of gone for a change a lot. Now she's Amy Mia's type of sister type. They're not real family, it's just they cast each other's sister because they look alike.
Oh. Okay, I gotta go back inside. I just arrived home, so I'll talk to you folks later.
Alright, take care.
I'll be back.
Also, Lizzie can't join tonight.
But I've been out all day. Hello. Tired? Good day at work? Yeah. How are you doing? Good. Oh, come on. You guys doing okay? Anything you need? Are y'all sorry? No problem. Glad to hear it.
Meow, 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 meow. Luna, Luna, Luna and Shadow are sitting in a tree.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
It'd be fun if I could have every lot of my friends to join this game, and then like once every week we all do a whole group mission together.
You're back.
Get.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
I agree.
Oh, good.
Well,
Well,
I
yeah.
You sound we're
Oh, who took me?
this. I
What?
don't. If you could
I got paranoid.
No.
you please, I'll be waiting.
Father, watch it. Wait, please.
These are things you might.
Welcome back. Well, this is, yeah, if I, well, we have a,
Yeah, that mission was a pain.
You have it's working.
Alright, time to get infected by rat grove disease. Yeah, on Terrace, there's a mission to get infected once you get injected with a adjustment version of the rat ghoul serum. Yeah, basically you have to help to adjust the cure. Right now I'm letting several rat ghouls attack me to get me infected.
There. Better? What? You done with me? Good to see you. That ought to fix you.
Let's see, we've got samples and we've got skeletons to scan. Sometimes I wish I'd gone back to old cartoony styles. Luna? You right? What are you doing? Maybe we won't do the bonuses.
Okay, I think only what fire that old there is in here.
Why am I not getting any more Stivies? Yeah, on Pokemon Go.
The Republic's what? I'm just yes. But if I'll
We'll go to Tatooine after this planet. Crimson?
Hello?
You were saying something?
No, I was just repeating your planet word.
After Terrace, I'm gonna go to Tatooine or Nosha Dar.
And once
Got-
I reach my level, I'll get off the planet.
Ow, ow. I'm just doing these missions to get to that level.
Of the Terrace Chemworks once
You know I enjoy talking, but I got nothing to say.
But one thing is, as I know, everyone needs to be able to unlock stuff.
Report your ailments.
It'd be more fun if everyone can get the stuff that I help Hyper with.
I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, an inexhaustible hunger for
Mom
sentient
fixed,
flesh.
for dinner, she fixed some comfort food.
Yeah.
She fixed, what is it? Cornbread with neck bone and gravy with macaroni and cheese.
My core
I am so
function is
full.
in analysis, not
I'm
trauma
like, why
care.
did you make comfort food? If someone break up with somebody, she's like, nah, I just felt like,
Your antibody count
I
is off
just
the
felt like
charts.
eating it.
I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You
And me being a
are
pig ate
remarkably
2
brave.
neck bones.
Our progress has just jumped forward
I'm
by
so
years.
full.
While you recuperate,
And
I'm
I
going
ate
to
a big
transmit
piece
the
of
usual
cornbread
secrecy
with it.
agreements. Just use your
I
thumbprint
didn't eat
to
no
sign on
macaroni
the
and cheese.
sensor.
I'm like, nah, I can't eat no more cheese right now.
Give me that cornbread.
What do you mean, usual secrecy agreements?
Nah, Luna,
This is
don't be
standard
acting like when you
procedure
pay
when
for
the
that
company
movie, you don't
develops
steal my
biotech with
cornbread.
significant earnings potential.
You
We
want your
develop the vaccine for
cornbread.
Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the exchange
She acting like we
or
mad
the
for that
Sith
movie.
funding some
Take your
horrible
cornbread.
operation with an underground version.
You don't give me cornbread, I'll do something else.
Lives will
Acting
be
like it's
lost
black
while
people
this
for that one
profit is
movie.
being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want
Yeah, I
this
might
vaccine.
fall asleep soon.
How do I tell my superiors we
full.
gave up that kind of money?
If you get a sample to the Jedi, I bet they'd find someone to make it fast.
I'll keep that in mind. We'll get this cure out one way or another.
One way or another. I'm gonna kiss dream. Snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. So one way or another.
Paris will ever be what it was. But now, at least, there's hope.
All right. Move these over here. And oh yeah, gotta go for this guy. It's gonna take some time to get all my characters to level 80, but still. Because then I have to get all the stats boosts.
Welcome to Taris.
I hear you've done the Republic a good turn in the past, so I'm sorry not to have a warmer welcome for you.
Was that a veiled request for help?
We're having some trouble. Nothing you couldn't have predicted, but there you are. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this one's just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Terrace.
Where's the ship? I don't care if it's at the bottom of a swamp.
The Republic thanks you for your service. Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Usually, people are happy if I come to make things better.
I'm Karen Wet, Quartermaster. Commander Gardet just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fat Pants to think it means he gets away with this. Embezzled the Republic's money to build your office out of Alderaanian timber, but that's fine. Because someone like you will waltz in to save the day.
That's a serious accusation.
I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
I noticed he had a pretty posh setup.
Every shipment has some personal item he's bringing in. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
What kind of evidence do you think I'll find?
Here, take the camera. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Excuse me, friend. The Republic told me you might be able to help with a difficult situation. They say you are a most reliable operative on Terrace. Have you heard anything about titroxinate being sold on the black market?
What's titroxinate?
Titroxinate was the pre-patent name for the weaponized agent we think was responsible for the rat ghoul plague. The Empire could fashion it into a terrible weapon, turning our soldiers into monsters and setting them against us.
Ooh, that's evil.
Where's the arms dealer who's selling this stuff?
I'm more worried about his source. Trace the original titroxinate samples to an old Chemworks factory. It's overrun with Nexu. We can't get near it. If you can retrieve any canisters that remain, the Republic will see you're well rewarded for your effort.
Adjusting the deck is painful when you want to do it for fun.
Well, if it starts getting painful, take a break.
I was actually reading the each card for this deck to adjust it.
Not info, isn't it?
Basically, I had to choose. I read basically the latest Yu-Gi-Oh pack came out had 9. Well, this pack and the pack before altogether has 9 spell and trap mixed for the whole new cards for this deck type of so I had to read every spell and trap, as well as which ones these new, which I would want to swap for the deck. Out of the 9, I chose 7. So I had to make sure I can even it out. Because the deck is going to be using one of every card, as most. Even though the deck has got one of every monster. Do you want to know what the name of the deck is? Well, technically it's basically 4 theme type in one. Diabelistar. Basically the monster that can be special in the hand by discarding 1 card from your hand, and then you can add 1 sinful card from your deck to your hand. And the sinful cards was originally part of the whole... what are they called? Snake Eyes. Basically that deck was expensive. But then they came out the reprints and the tins, so I started getting them, and yeah. And basically the deck is very strong, even with only 1 of each card. Which is what I like to do. If it's a deck like this, I love to use 1 of each card. Because a theme deck is more fun when you can... there's enough cards to make it into 1 of each card. I've actually showed that off quite a few times in Master Duels. That Blue Eyes deck, I use 1 of every card, except for 3 Blue Eyes, because you need it for the Ultimate Dragon, and that... man, that worked well. Wait. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Okay, let's see. How many days left? Oops, that's the Pokédeck. 4 days and 20 hours. Can I get enough Snivies and large cores to get my Snivy up more?
More swamp gas? Oh, that's great. I don't think I can hold my breath the whole time we're on Terrace.
Boom goes the dynamite. One thing about getting all the... no, I've done that. As I was saying, one of the things about Star Wars is once you've got the datacron from the planets, you literally are pretty much invincible for the whole axe. It's only when you get to the bonus stories where the group missions it gets a bit harder.
Group missions. Dun, dun, dun.
Also, the group missions for the first bit is also easy.
Well, the first information was hard, then it would really be a good startup.
Basically, how I've got how strong I am in the game thanks to the Datacrons. Most of the group missions for the planets are easy. Except for the ones where it has so many... how to put it? Basically, you just fight and then more spawns out of nowhere.
That sounds like a spawn arena.
Try Hot Bowl.
I don't know nothing about a bowl.
Hot Bowl. It's basically where you have to throw the ball to other people. It's like a game where you... Ooh, got my achievement for getting this character up to this level. Yeah, there's an achievement to get all your characters to level 75. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not going to make any more levels to make it higher than 80 now. They will probably do added skills in there, but no more levels. This card's in. And the deck is now updated.
These are all the canisters I was able to...
And now to put it in the sleeves so I can...
Thanks you. Imagine how horrific it would be if the Raccoon nightmare had spread to the rest of the galaxy. Please, take this for your service.
Also, that guy, he doesn't believe in the whole Force abilities and Jedi stuff. He doesn't think the whole,
We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if...
So as I was saying, the guy, he thought the whole plague was part of the...
Oh, on your mission,
I didn't even take a gratuity.
Yeah.
You freelancers, always taking a poke at us soldiers, huh? Just in the nick of time, too. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation.
Also, I've actually got a almost a complete set of the runic cards again, because I wanted to make a version of it with Blue Eyes.
I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
The men on Taris deserve a better leader.
This is ridiculous. I did nothing wrong. Republic Command will never listen. I need to call them.
Oh, good luck finding all the cards.
Thank you for all your help. Maybe something else too. Normally, our fourth outpost comes.
They should make a rule where you can only use one of every card.
This month. I'm afraid something happened.
Well,
they need to be found.
I know, but it depends on the ruling. Like Blue Eyes, you can have 3 Blue Eyes in the deck because you need Blue Eyes for the fusion.
Blue Purple-Eyes Vanilla do the fusion, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're having Blue Eyes Armored Dragon Neil, you have to have at least 3 copies in deck.
Friend these soldiers ever had. The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brow.
Actually, was
Not the
playing
best
the,
planning. There's Rackles.
But also, they need to add a special rule that says only 1 negate per deck.
Traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower.
Yeah,
What if
I
they're out
kind
there
of
too
agree
long?
with that, to be honest.
That's basically the anime rules. Because if you notice, any deck had only 1 negate. Like,
Whatever happened to the convoy? We need to
The
make
anime
sure
has that one rule, but the
Sonic
real-life
emitters along
version
the
don't.
route usually keep up
no,
with
that should actually be the whole deck bulletin rule. 1 negate per deck. 1.
When you're done, report to Commander
Actually,
Yarn at
technically, Rush Duels actually has that rule in a way. 1 legendary card per each legendary card. Means that you can have 1 Blue Eyes, 1 spell card with the same legendary thing, and so on.
How would you even be able to tell which cards are legendary?
Well, legendary are the cards because they have the word legendary on the card itself. And those cards are literally limited 1. And everything else is literally limited to 3. But then, now and then, the deck list will adjustment. Like... like, let's see. Some cards you're going to have 3 of a certain type. Basically, I want them to make... actually, I don't think... You know they actually might actually make a upgrade to Millwall, right?
What?
Mai's trap card. Yeah, they might make an upgrade to it where if you got a harping monster on the field, you don't have to pay a cost to keep it on the field.
But most of the deck cards that I've been mostly paying attention to are like Joey Wheelers and Yugi's. I like Dark Magician.
You know what would be awesome if they just did? An upgrade to the Kaleidoscope for harpy cards.
What I think would be cool if they did is if they made a fusion card for fusion between Blue Eyes White Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I know, but the thing is, if they do that, they would have to do it as a 2-card version. Like, you know, 1 version where it be the Blue Eyes as the main card, 1 bit with the Red Eyes main card.
Yeah. Like a
Like,
kind of thing.
more like a Blue Eyes Black Dragon or Red Eyes White Dragon. You know, okay, it's like the heel of choice, depending on
I was
the.
thinking of a funny where it's actually a merge of both, like be like more like Purple Eyes Gray Dragon or something like that.
Actually, a friend actually designed that years ago. Yeah, a Purple Eyes Grey Dragon. He designed one years ago. I even drawn it. Just put it in this old Yu-Gi-Oh comic I had done. Can't even get it. It's on for Affinity.
Well, it is an old drawing, so.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, a lot of art.
Yeah, actually, I'll just have a quick see if I can find it. It's old, so let's see. Wrongherd, Yu-Gi-Oh, Advance, Old Time. And it is old because it's old. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the comic page. Purple Eyes Grey Dragon.
bad fusion of them. You can see you add the little space details from Red Eyes, and then you add the.
We just stopped to rest.
From the blue.
Yeah, his design, I just drew it in my own to add to the comic. Basically, in the idea of his character, he was one of the adopted orphans from Pegasus.
Yeah, I mean, like, his design is pretty well made to match both of the things. Very impressive.
Yeah, and basically, the whole part that bit where he was supposed to be in that comic is that Pegasus made that card for him. But you know, the only thing I can think what they would probably do as a card for Blue Eyes with Yugi's cards is Dark Magician Girl and a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That way you become like, what's her name? Cassandra or something?
Oh.
You know, it makes a Blue Eyes version that looks like her.
I don't think I've seen that part yet.
I'm not saying there's a card already of it. I'm saying she'll look. The fusion of it will look just like that. Actually, I think years ago, someone actually did draw that as a design.
Yeah. Another cool one is, which I was going to say this in the thing, they actually outputting the Black Dragoon as a forbidden one, and actually made it where you can playable now, which I got to play it in the game. It actually would be cool if they did a Blue Eyes like that.
I know, but Blue Eyes and Dark Magician Girl would be the best idea, because then she would look like the woman.
Oh, like the opposite version. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh, I just thought, what if they said Dark Magician Girl or a level 1 spellcaster tuner with what has Maiden in his name?
You should say Maid.
Maiden. Because that's what the current monsters have in the name. Just think of it. What's her name? You need a Blue Eyes White Dragon as the main core, but you can use Dark Magician Girl or a level 1 tuner that's got Maiden in its name. Because then that would be the ideal way to get it to work. That way you can add it to a Blue Eyes and Dark Magician mix, or just have Blue Eyes with its tuners.
Yeah.
And it will be just as powerful as the Dragoon one.
Yeah.
Probably gains
Like
300 for every level 1 tuner or every Blue Eyes or Dragon in the graveyards. Basically, Dark Magic of it. And also, it's unaffected by any card effect by opponent. Also, probably once per turn, you can special discard 1 card and special summon a Blue Eyes from hand or graveyard, or banished.
An Upworlder has restored to us the work of my Adlan.
The only thing that'll make it overstrong, like the other one, is if it can't be destroyed by battle as well as card effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that would be better.
Yeah.
That way, it. Just imagine
This is like, can you imagine someone being lucky enough to be able to summon both of the cards at play, and then someone sees them both, and they're like, oh, crud.
Yeah, but they would have to make a Blue Eyes fusion for it too. We got Ultimate Fusion that's meant for the Ultimate Dragon, but why not a Blue Eyes Fusion that sends the monsters from the hand and deck to the graveyard?
Yeah.
There. Better?
Another cool one, which, you know, you've seen the, but it's the one where you use a fusion card and use Dark Human Buster. It'd be cool if they did it where they did a fusion monster with instead of Dark Fusion. That'd be cool. You're like a
Come to think of it,
Dragon player.
Dark Magician has cards that banish opponent's card, the Kajut spell, as long as you summon Dark Magician. But for Blue Eyes has nothing that banish the opponent's cards. Except for that Spirit of White, which is treated as a Blue Eyes, and can summon Blue Eyes, but those extra level 8 monsters, I don't really still count those Blue Eyes cards, even though Blue Eyes, because they would literally just make the deck more bricky.
Well, another fun one, I've seen a fusion card where Blue Eyes is turned into Red Eyes is turned into a sword. It's cool, it's a weapon fusion version of the Blue Eyes. Cool. Be like a spear instead of a sword.
Man, I wish I could make my Crimson deck. Yeah, I did make a deck called Crimson. The reason why it was called Crimson, it was actually reference to blood.
Oh, I know. Because that's always the reference from the original part. Yeah, I consider the word crimson as more like flames and whatnot.
But the reason is because the reason why it's called Crimson is because each card is treated as 2 names. And they have effects dependent on the cards. Such as Green Eyes, Crimson Dragon. Its name is treated as Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. And then there's Crimson Dark Magician Woman, who is treated as Dark Magician, a Dark Magician girl. The Crimson Magician Woman has a mean effect. She gains 300 for every Dark Magician girl on the field and in the graveyard. And plus, you can discard 1 spell card to activate a spell card. I can't remember. Did I change its effects? I would have to check. Yeah, I would have to check. So. Okay, so here we are. Okay, vision effect. She's a dark, level 6, 2500 attack point, 500 defense, spellcaster. This card's name is treated as Dark Magician, Dark Magician girl. On the field, oh yeah. During any player's main phase, any player can pay 1000 life points to special 1 Dark Magician girl from the deck, hand, or graveyard. She also gains 300 for every Dark Magician girl on the field or in the graveyard. And since she's treated as Dark Magician and Dark Magician, that means you can only have 1 copy of her and 2 copies of Dark Magician girl. Yeah, she was. And then the Green Eyes Crimson Dragon. Level 8, fire type, because it is red. 3000 attack, 1500 defense. This card's name is treated as Blue Eyes and Red Eyes White Dragon. This card can't be normal summon unless you offer as a tribute for a monster as a Crimson or a Dragon type monster. No, so it can't be normal summon unless you offer a Dragon or a monster with Crimson in the name.
That's interesting.
Yeah. When this card attacks, it has piercing damage. As long as you control this a other dragon or a monster with Crimson's name, this card cannot be targeted for spell or trap or monster effects. So it has a protected effect. Yeah, I literally made the effects to be more even than that. But here's the best bit about the cards. You know what the best bit is? The spell and trap cards. They have a graveyard effect.
Oh.
Like the graveyard, like the spell card version of Pot of Greed. You can pay 500 life points, banish this card to draw an extra 2 cards.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, basically the spell and traps have a special ability where you have to pay life points. But there's also... some of the spell traps also have the ability to give you life points. Like the... Crimson... The trap card that gives you all Crimson tokens on the field. If the card is destroyed by battle card effect, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent.
Wow.
Basically, this trap card summons... Basically, it literally summons the tokens completely to the field. Both fields, that is. Also, if a Crimson monster destroys an opponent monster while you control a Crimson token, you gain 500 life points.
There you go.
So basically, you could literally have just summon the... You could just summon the field for them, then have your tokens attack your opponent's tokens. He'll take... What's he? 1, 2... 500 per each token. And you take 500 for each token. But also you gain 1,000 per token. And your opponent will not gain the 1,000 because you're the control of the trap card that played it.
Yeah.
Of course, a trap like that would have to have a bonus effect in the graveyard. Basically, you could banish it, and any inflicted damage you would take is increase your life points instead, including battle damage.
Wow.
There was also these other cards I made, the Great Offering Token card. Basically, you discard one monster card from your hand, special summon a token. The token can be treated as free tributes for a tribute summon. And if a monster requires attack points for tributing, you count it as for each tribute as well. This card was actually designed for the god cards like Ra. So basically, just discard Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard, summon the token, and yeah. But I was thinking of adjusting it currently as a Blue Eyes version. Yeah, basically you can only use it if you have a Blue Eyes hand, field, or graveyard. And it has to be a White Dragon. Basically, it summons a token of the monster. Basically, you discard it. And you summon a token that's name is treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon. Or send a Blue Eyes monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. So it can be treated as that. So you can have a token treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon. The only thing is the token cannot attack or be tributed. Or destroyed by card effect. So basically it's just a wall monster. But it can be used as a substitute for Fusion Summon and so on. Its name is treated as. Basically it's meant to be for the whole Fusion Summons and that. But also because it's treated as treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon, as we use that version, and a token is treated as a normal monster, you could use that spell card for the Blue Eyes deck to literally equip it with a fusion monster Then you could just tribute it to summon Tyrant Dragon. But as I said, this version would require you to have a blue eyes on the field or hand or graveyard to activate its effect.
Yeah.
That will. Yeah. The other card was basically a card for copying. It basically makes one effect into 3 effects. Basically, it was like you could. It's a quick play burn. You basically, when you place the card effect, you basically play this with it as a chain. That card effect becomes 3 copies of its own effect. Like, you play Monster Born, play this. Monster Born then is activated 3 times. Even if it says once per turn.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was thinking of also adjusting that one to be like, you need a blue eyes in the field, hand, or graveyard for its effect to work.
That's a lot of info.
Yeah. Also, if this card effect the bonus effect for the graveyard effect might be best for, what's it called? Rage of Blue Eyes. You know, the one that summons 3 Blue Eyes by dragons from the deck. But banishes your hand and field and graveyard. What I'm thinking is, if this card is banished by the effect of Razor Dragon to summon 3 Blue Eyes, after this summoning, you return all cards that's banished to your hand. But this card is returned to the bottom of your deck. But the Blue Eyes Rage spell is literally remains banished.
Why am I hearing noodles from Luna?
Oh, she's probably thinking of Shadow. Because people are booping her in chat and saying Luna and Shadow with X's. Ah, Luna, we all know you love Shadow. And you like Maximum and Pegasus.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You told us when we were watching the movie.
No.
Me and Lizzie were watching, and you were. You like it when he's nice. Kind of thing of it. Did you know the only Yu-Gi-Oh series that has Yu-Gi-Oh characters grown up is 5Ds?
Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh, I know Yu-Gi-Oh GX literally has it for the whole 3 years for the school. So Jaden and his friends do it. But 5Ds literally had it where they all actually grown up. Like, it was a year later, the whole bridge and satellite was all rebuilt. And what else was it? Then after that, after the whole tournament and that, and they say the world from the Paradox Future thing of Zil. What was it? About 5 years or more passed. Yusei had fixed the Yusei gears so that Future would not ever happen. And what else? Oh yeah. Also, no one actually understands how the dragon could, what's the word? Transport Yusei back in time. The Crimson Dragon is made of energy. It's literally knows all time and space events. So basically, all it did was allow Yusei to travel down its energy through time. Like a fun tunnel.
Basically, it's like an omnipotent energy being that can see all of time itself.
Yes.
That's why it chose Jaden as its
That's why it sent, you say, to Jaden, because it knew that Jaden is part of the key, because he's also linked to, you say, in the future.
That's why I took both of them all the way to Yugi as well.
Do you know that, did you know that they actually, people believe that Jaden Yuki is the grandfather of Luna and Leo?
Luna and Leo are in fight week, right?
Yeah. Power 2 Dragon and Ancient Fairy Dragon.
Honestly, I find that funny how everybody wants to make assumptions about.
Well, Luna is so powerful with spirits. She's so powerful she could jump to the spirit world. Pretty much like Jaden could now, with all that power.
Yeah, but just because one person has the abilities of another doesn't mean that they're actually related.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
You'd be surprised how one person can have the abilities of someone else.
Well, Leo has the heart, but he doesn't have the power. The only thing he has is his link to Luna. Whenever she's in the spirit world, he can link up to her to talk to her. That's all. He can't travel to the spirit world or anything. To put it simple, she got all the power, he got just the heart.
One got the connection, the other one got the ability.
Yeah, and he had to wait until he'd grown up, his heart to open for him to get his dragon. Also, did you know that the animators who do the anime literally have no idea what they're doing for half the episodes? They make plans for certain monsters to appear up, and then they forget about them. Like Power 2's Dragon's Agent Past version, where Luna saw it in the past, because they look the same. Shouldn't that card have been made as well as the other 4 dragons? But no, it didn't. Then they say that the Black Winged Dragon was the 5th dragon. And then to make it confirmed, Luna has a dream with all the 6 dragons in it again. Or was it 5? Yeah, but you know what's the worst? They did the same thing with the manga version of 5Ds.
Oh boy.
Do you want to know what happened? So, basically, we all know the Crimson Dragon's form.
Yeah.
Basically, in the whole story, they had a monster in the whole comic, being chained up in that. But then the bad guy summons the Crimson Dragon. The final bad guy summons the Crimson Dragon as a monster on his field. But the thing is, then the guys remembered, wait, but what about the monster in the cell? And they said, oh, so they made the ending bit a bit longer, basically where he ends up summoning a fusion of the Crimson Dragon and that monster. Yeah.
You know I enjoy talking, but I got nothing to say.
But one thing I'm mainly upset is because Bastion was meant to summon a fire dragon. And we never got that. It was meant to be similar to Water Dragon, where you take 3 monsters to summon it with a spell card, or probably a trap card. But yeah, that would have been awesome. Luna. Boop. So, Crimson, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
I'm confused.
I just asked, what are you doing right now?
Oh, you guys see me.
Yeah.
I think he's talking to Luna.
And talk to Crimson, ask him what he's doing.
Currently, I am leveled up to 15, and I'm doing my mission in Oradam.
Wait. Oh, you're on Old Motel. Oh yeah, you said you were doing a trooper, weren't you? Is that right? You're doing a soldier. Good.
Trooper, but yeah, soldier.
Female or male?
Male.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Female or male? It actually doesn't matter. They're all pretty good voices.
Either or.
Hmm.
I make like.
Scrap. Be right back. I'm just getting myself a drink. I'm out. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I was thinking, at the end of this month, basically the first day for the next month, I was thinking maybe I'll do a donation goal. Well, I know I got a few goal donates things, but this one is if people want me to play Fortnite live streams again. Yeah. But I'm not going to make it easy for everyone. I'm literally going to make it a big goal. Probably 200 or 300.
Whatever you want to decide, brother.
Yeah. Something reachable for people.
Yeah. What actually is the donation goal for anyway?
Well, I've got donations set up for helping me with my models, my art. And then there's also the donation goal that's for the... What's it called? Oh yeah. It was for the... Oh yeah, security breach.
Your supervisor sent me. I found out what happened to your promised ones. There's no...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to play that in your thing. I'm stuck on Big Roxanne, the first part.
Yeah. Thanks to Volts, all it needs now for the security, Five Nights at Freddy's security beats for me to play for 3 hours and do a model is £20. But after this one, I'm going to increase the donation to 100 because the game literally still scares me, and the model we're making will, because probably people will probably need to make the crocodile, and yeah. Well, the Chica one is what will be currently, and because Frey's next.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's see. Also, I do need quite a bit of donations right now because if I'm going to continue with this Nivy thing, I need more money to buy Pokeballs. Boop the Luna, boop the Luna, boop the Luna, boop the Luna, boop the Luna. No, you won't. Or Shadow will boop you.
Bunk the relic.
Yeah. All these Snivies are literally got up close to the red mark for hard to catch, and all I got is.
There. Better?
Also, how am I meant to do 100 curveballs? Oh, for the love of, let me catch you, Snivy!
Playing 2 games at once.
And it ran away. After using 10 Pokeballs. I can only use those Pokeballs because I don't have many of the other ones and I want to save them. Okay, let's see. If I do probably this planet and one more other planet, I might have enough to XP to, well, no, that's a bonus toys. Oh yeah, I've already got one on Tatooine. Luna and King Shadow sitting in a tree.
Morning, not the...
Don't you want to hug your King Shadow? Come on, Luna, you like King Shadow. Actually, you like any Shadow, even Shadina.
And you like Leander.
And you like your digit.
I'm talking running. I'm saying running like Leander.
Kind of figure, if we put Luna in a room with Shadow and Shadina, who would she pick? What's this icon? Radio silence, progress. Oh, it's one of those events things. We just do missions on the planet. So close to being on the level. The one thing love about this whole planet thing is it's so easy to level up now.
What's with the
No, no. Luna and Shadow, not infinite. Oh, scrap. That was easy.
We're under attack! Repel the imps! Keep teasing me. I want to be
And this is the silent mission. Luna and Luna kissing the shadow. Slash and Rouge. Wait, does he send for Rouge?
And Amy. And so it boys
Female angel doesn't know. Fiona, Honey, Lisa, Rouge, Scarlet, and Whisper. It's a big list.
Yeah. Okay. Why he is funny? He have a herring always sitting, always telling characters. I'm taking both of them. And maybe claim mom.
This entire thing repeats. Where did this thing come from? This will take some time. Let's burn it up. When did I start finding the boss? I think we came this way just to fight. Go to the Jawa thing.
What?
I just came this way to go to a Jawa ring and this thing was happening. And because this is a boss, it literally has a lot of health.
Yeah, and I'm seeing it stepping on you like crazy in your stream.
And I haven't even updated her arm stuff yet. And it's down. Alright, let's go over here, get past these guys, because I need to go to the gyros! And then we have to end the stream.
Dale, I want to teach you. More rude.
Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow it's Star Wars The Old Republic again, so until then, have fun, respect, and GG.
Bye bye, everybody.